Something solved a problem for you this week. Not at your desk, not in a meeting, in the shower. You were standing there, water running, thinking about nothing in particular, when the answer arrived, whole, unprompted, for a problem you'd been stuck on for days. Most people assume that's coincidence, the brain misfiring, random noise. It's not, and what's actually happening in there is far stranger than anything happening at your desk. In 2004, Mark Jung-Beeman at Northwestern University put people inside an MRI scanner and watched what happened in their brains in the 300 milliseconds before insight struck. Not after, before. The same thing happened every time. Start with what happens in your body first. Warm water drops your cortisol. Blood pressure settles. The prefrontal cortex, the part that filters inputs and suppresses connections and keeps you on whatever you're supposed to be doing, quietly lets go. The moment it does, a different system comes online. Jung-Beeman's team gave subjects a puzzle. 3 words. Pine, crab, sauce. Find the one word that connects all 3. Apple. Pineapple, crab apple, applesauce. Most people stare at the 3 words for half a minute, and then it arrives. Not reasoned, not assembled, just there, whole. In the 300 milliseconds before that moment, one thing happened. Every time. A burst of alpha waves in the right temporal lobe. The visual cortex went quiet. The eyes, in effect, closed. That alpha burst is your brain deliberately blocking incoming information so it can hear a quieter signal underneath. The right temporal lobe, Jung-Beeman found, is specifically tuned for loose, distant connections, the kind your focused analytical brain filters out as noise. Right before insight, the brain shuts the outside world off. Your shower is 8 minutes of that. But the stranger finding is what your brain was doing before you even got in. Dijksterhuis at the University of Amsterdam spent years testing whether deliberate thought actually improves decisions. In 2006, he gave subjects 4 apartment listings, each with 12 attributes, positive features mixed with negative ones, complex enough that you couldn't hold all of it in working memory at once. Group 1 decided immediately. Group 2 thought carefully for 4 minutes. Group 3 spent 4 minutes distracted by an unrelated puzzle, then chose without deliberating at all. Group 3 made the best decisions, significantly. They hadn't been thinking about the apartments, but something had. Dijksterhuis called it unconscious thought, your brain continuing to weigh, sort, and process a problem even after your attention has moved elsewhere. Unconscious thought, he found, has a capacity advantage over conscious deliberation, which is bottlenecked by working memory. The problem doesn't pause when you do. The processing continues. You just stop receiving the updates. Walking away from a hard problem doesn't mean abandoning it. It means handing it off to a part of your brain that doesn't need you present to work. Here's where the shower becomes specific. In 2014, Oppezzo at Stanford ran a study. She gave people a divergent thinking task. Name as many uses for a paperclip as you can. Then she put half of them on a treadmill facing a blank wall. Nothing interesting to look at. A body in motion in a small, boring room. 81% of walkers improved compared to sitting still. Not from new scenery, not from stimulation. Oppezzo herself noted the treadmill results surprised her. The environment didn't matter. The walk was the variable. A shower gives you what the treadmill gave, and then some. Repetitive motion. A familiar room with nothing new to process. Heat. White noise. A routine so ingrained your hands do it without you. The body stays occupied. The mind has nothing left to manage. It turns inward. But here's the part that's genuinely uncomfortable. All of this. The alpha waves, the unconscious processing, the default mode network. It wasn't waiting for your shower. It's been trying to happen every time your attention drifted. Every red light. Every window you stared out. Every moment you let your mind go somewhere unplanned. Your brain kept trying to do its deepest work, and you kept pulling it back. Because somewhere along the way you were taught that the wandering mind was wasted time, that spacing out was failure, that if you weren't focused, you weren't working. The research says the opposite. So what is your brain actually doing in the shower? The default mode network is running. It connects memories from years ago to problems you've been carrying all week. Unconscious thought is weighing evidence you couldn't hold in working memory. Alpha waves are clearing the channel so the quieter signal can finally come through. Your focused mind is an execution layer, excellent at lists, at steps, at narrowing toward the obvious next move, but a poor inventor. It finds the predictable connections, the safe paths between adjacent ideas. Your wandering mind finds the path nobody expected, behind your back, without effort, without permission, for 8 uninterrupted minutes a day, because that's all your schedule has left it. And every stoplight, every window, every moment your eyes drifted while someone was talking, your brain was trying to do the same thing. You just didn't know you were supposed to let it. The most important thought you'll have this week probably won't arrive at a desk. It'll arrive in a gap, between tasks, between thoughts, in the part of the day you don't track. Maybe in the shower, maybe staring out a window while something processes in the background. Maybe at the bottom of a long drive, when you surface from wherever you went and realize your hands already knew every turn. And when it does, it won't feel like an insight. It'll feel like a random thought that wandered in for no reason. That's how your brain works. It's been solving the problem all along. You just weren't invited to that part of the meeting. And now, you've stepped out of the shower, and the door is already closing.